TJ Maxx, Ross, and Burlington all have one thing in common right now. They're winning. And Macy's and Dillard's also have something in common. They're not. It looks like the future of retail in America is the discount store. Here's the scoop. Today's articles come from Retail Dive and Retail Wire. Starting with Retail Dive, off-price retailers poised to take even more market share from department stores. TJ Maxx, Ross, and Burlington all enjoyed higher sales and profits in the second quarter. Hey there. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications. Now, let's get back to the scoop. Off-price retailers like TJ Maxx, which owns TJ Maxx and Marshalls, Ross, and Burlington are doing really well, even as the economy goes through its ups and downs. These stores are great at offering good deals, which makes them popular with shoppers from all income levels. And since they're usually located in smaller shopping centers with easy parking, they're more convenient than malls. Totally. So, with Macy's closing 150 stores, off price retailers are expected to scoop up even more business. Plus, people are still leaning on physical stores rather than shopping online, especially with prices high and budgets tight. Right now, shoppers are hunting for value more than ever. That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to walk into a big mall and go shopping and pay $50 for a shirt when they can go easily park in a TJ Maxx parking lot, walk in, get that same shirt for $15 or $20. They're just not going to go into Macy's and buy that $50 shirt. For what? And walk through that big mall and go through all those people. And in America today, and I hate to say this, but the SHOOTER can be in the mall. And next thing you know, um, you went to buy a $50 shirt that turned deadly. So it's crazy in this country right now. So again, that's also making people not want to go into big box stores or these huge malls or any type of place where there's a lot of people because people are scared. So TJ Maxx has a solid second quarter with sales jumping 5.6% to $13.5 billion, thanks to more customers coming through the doors. TJ Maxx and Marshalls, which make up a big chunk of their business, saw sales climb 5%. While the company's profit margins only improved a little, their net income still went up by 11.1%, reaching $1.1 billion. Analysts are betting on TJ Maxx to keep taking customers away from struggling department stores like Macy's and see their potential in its newer ventures like HomeSense and Sierra Trading Post. On top of that, Ross Stores saw its sales rise by 7.1% and earnings grew by 18.1%, although they expect things to get a bit tougher for the rest of the year. Now, Burlington is also growing quickly as well, opening 50 new stores this year alone. This helped push their sales up by 13.4%, hitting 2.5 billion in the second quarter. Their profits more than doubled, with net income jumping from $30.9 million to $73.8 million. Burlington CEO pointed out that lower income shoppers are in a slightly better spot than they were during the worst of inflation, but now even middle class families are feeling the pinch and looking for bargains. This shift towards finding value is helping Burlington attract a broader range of customers as more people are seeking out affordable options to stretch their dollars further. So I will say this: when I go into a Burlington and a Ross, I do tend to see people that look um, n- some middle class, but I also see a lot of immigrants that are also patronizing Burlington and Ross. Just the ones that I see, maybe it's where I'm at. But I think that they are also boosting the sales of Burlington and of Ross in particular. I tend to see more Americans in TJ Maxx, but I see Americans in Burlington and Ross as well. But I just wanted to point that out, that it's not just us, Americans that are patronizing some of these discount stores. These discount stores are also great for people who are immigrants who don't make the same amount of money, maybe because they're not citizens, they're not getting paid the same, and et cetera, et cetera. So they're also boosting the sales of these stores. The stores are winning, bottom line, but they're also winning because they have better deals, right? You walk into a Macy's and a Dillard's, a shirt that's acrylic, that's made out of polyester, that's made out of nylon, that's made out of all of these toxic chemical laced fabrics that they're making now. It's a $60 shirt, a $60 acrylic modal polyester oil based shirt is $60. You can go into TJ Maxx, and even if you want to get that same shirt, if you like those fabrics, not judging, but I'm just saying they're toxic. But if you like those fabrics and you want to get that same shirt, you can go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, or Burlington and get it for 75% off. It's like, why would you even want to go into the department stores anymore? And I'll tell you guys a story. The last time I was in Dillard's, nobody was in there. The store was empty, and the people come up to you and they're like, "Hey, how can I help you? Do you need to try something on? I'm here for you. What do you need?" They're really like hungry for you to purchase something, to talk to them, to try something on. And it's a little intense, too much for me, to be honest. And I much prefer going to a place like TJ Maxx where people aren't doing that. And, I feel like I'm getting a discount. I feel like I'm going to get a real cool, unique find. I mean, there's so many cool eccentric finds at TJ Maxx, stuff from all over the world, little trinkets you can get. You can't get that kind of stuff from Macy's or Dillard's. And if you do, you're going to be charged like $50 to $100 for these things. So that's another reason why people just are not going to those stores anymore. Every time you walk into a Macy's, there's like nobody in there. Same with the Dillards. JC Penney's, they brought their prices down some, but they're still technically a department store. They still have slightly higher prices than a TJ Maxx. But they do have really good sales at JC Penney, so I will give them that. And Macy's does tend to have good sales as well. Dillard's doesn't have any holiday sales. I don't know how they're still in business. I really don't, because last time I was there, I asked them, "Do you have holiday sales?" No, they don't have any holiday sales. No Labor Day, no Christmas, no Thanksgiving, no nothing. So that's really interesting. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys going to the department stores, or are you guys going to TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington, Ollie's? Ollie's wasn't on here, but Ollie's is another excellent discount store that if you have never been to, please go to. Just it's totally worth it. Um, but that's that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, if you're going to these stores or if you're still going to the mall. If you feel like the quality is different, that's why you're going to Macy's or Dillard's instead of, the discount stores like Ross or TJ Maxx. So let me know what you think in the comments. And then our last article here is Retail Wire, and this is just going to be real brief, just to seal this and button this up. Is Macy's set to close 55 stores by the end of 2024? So the other article already mentioned that Macy's was going to close 150 stores. Okay, but this one is just basically saying that right now they're closing 50 underperforming stores by the end of the year. And in total, they're going to close 150 locations actually by 2025. So that 150 number is by 2025, but by the end of 2024, they're going to close a total of 55 stores. This is taking away jobs, of course. This is hurting the tax bracket in these communities, of course. But this is what happens when the economy is down. People are not getting paid an adequate wage, what they really deserve, and they cannot afford to go to these department stores. This is what's going to happen. So it says briefly in here, the locations of the shuttering stores have not yet been announced, but speculation is abounding that the stores will include a location in Newington, New Hampshire, one in Traverse City, Michigan, and one in West Shore Plaza Mall in Tampa, Florida. Okay, these stores are reportedly set to close after the winter holidays. So they're going to get their one last winter hoorah sale. Hopefully people buy, and then they're going to close. It says here, quote, the biggest things that have gone wrong at Macy's are the quality of the stores and the product assortment. Global data retail analyst Neil Saunders said to the outlet. And so over the years, customers have deserted it. Sales have tumbled and store productivity has gone down. All the metrics have gone in the wrong direction. So they're saying here, it's the quality of the stores and the product assortment. So quality is not there, product assortment is not there, and the people are not there. All right. So according to the street, the shop has resurrected or introduced a number of other brands, including On 34th and State of Day. As part of its rehabilitation drive, it plans to launch a men's collection before the end of the year, and a new kids brand will follow next. So this is what Macy's is doing to try to recoup some of their funds that they're going to lose from closing all these stores. But it says Macy's significant rebrand goes beyond simply bringing back well known brands. The mall mainstay is purportedly concentrating more on its well known high margin luxury products in an attempt to attract customers with a little more disposable income. The company has said it will focus its effort on designer fragrances, which are more affordable than high end handbags, for example, yet feature coveted brands like Chanel and Dior. Some Macy's stores already carrying high end fragrances like brands Tom Ford, Creed, and Cartier. The company did, however, declare that it will have 42 outlets by the end of 2024 that would sell its high-end cosmetic products with a focus on scent as part of its aim to expand the availability of designer fragrances. Additionally, Macy's will soon offer store in concepts that will mimic Target's Ulta strategy and Kohl's well known and successful Sephora endeavor. So basically, Macy's is transitioning into focusing on designer fragrances and going back to their well known brands and starting up with these different on 34th State of Day. It's just trying to rebrand kind of in these different ways that will hopefully recoup their funds. We don't know if it will work, but we do know one thing that's clear, that it seems like if the dollar continues to fall, that the future of retail in America will be the discount store. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing if it is places of higher quality like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, right? But if it tends to be places where they're selling like super cheap stuff from China that breaks easily, yeah, that could be a bad thing. But if we've got quality discount stores, it's not so bad, right? I think that there will always be department stores that exist in America, but I think as the dollar falls and it becomes more rich and poor, only the truly wealthy and people that have money, like huge discretionary income, will be able to shop at these department stores. It won't be like your average everyday working or middle class family that will be able to go shop at a Macy's or a Dillard's or Nordstrom's or any of these high end stores, which some middle class people do, right? For now. But as the dollar continues to fall, if we continue to go down this downward trajectory, right, in our economy, I don't see the middle class being able to even go to Macy's anymore or Dillard's or Nordstrom's. Or, most people don't really hit Saks Fifth Avenue, but some people do, right? But I don't think they're going to be able to do that. So I think that there's going to be a tremendous growth on TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, Burlington, Ollie's, all these discount stores. And I think that's cool. Like, I don't personally see that as a bad thing, but I do understand how that could be a bad thing for the economy. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that this is changing the way that Americans shop? Do you think it's better for Americans to be bargain hunting because they save less, or do they spend more because they think they're getting a deal? Are they ending up buying more at these bargain stores because they think they're getting a deal versus when they go into the department stores, they know they're not, so they're spending less? What do you guys think in the comments? And where do you go shop? Where have you stopped shopping? And where have you started shopping? And where have you always shopped? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.